Hello, everybody. How everybody is doing today? This is Pinkie the Housewife, and thank you all for being here with me. Today is my first day going live. Let me just put my disclaimer up. I got to have that up. Yes, I do. Let me just play a little bit of my music. This is my favorite music. Yes. I'm glad to have everybody here with me. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button when you're coming in. Just make sure you do that. It will make it even better for me. Okay. Oh, gosh. Got hair on my face. Let me just see. Thank you, Linda Gamble, for being in the house. Still got my music playing. Let me pause this music. Linda Gamble for being in the house. Still got my music playing. Let me pause this music. Okay. I got everything paused. Thank you guys for being in the Pink House today. Linda Gamble here. Oh, wait, okay. And I got Linda Gamble. Hello, Linda. How you doing? And thank you for letting me know how she was doing. I think it was Marviva. I hope I pronounced it right. I have it written down because I want to make sure. Let me just look because I want to make sure she was doing just fine. We don't want anybody to be freaking out on my live. Oh, no. And let me just see. Also, we did have a good time. We did have a good time. Oh, my God. May, thank you, May, for being in the house today, too. We had a wonderful time. And so she went and got checked out and everything is doing good. And thank you for sending me that on Instagram. Hi, Trendy at some point. How you doing, Miss Lady? I'm glad to see you. Yes, I am. And Trendy is a content creator. She's doing awesome. You all must check her out. Go over to her page and show her all this love. Show her all this love and make sure you subscribe if you haven't on her channel and everything. And thank you, Phyllis Crawford, for coming in. And any other content creators, just put CC for me so I'll make sure I put you on the list every time. So I'd love to get shout outs because we all need shout out. Is that Miss Debbie in the house? Yes, she is. Miss Debbie, thank you for being here today as well. Yes, Trinity is saying hi to all her aunties. Her auntie Debbie, everybody. And Phyllis is saying hello to Trending as well. We had a good time. We had a good time on Saturday. I must say, oh my God, did we? Well, we're getting ready to have a good time today. Yes, we are. And I do want to say everything is alleged. That this is my opinion and my opinion only. And this live video that I'm making is for educational and entertainment purposes only. And when I say educational, and I really mean that, because some people need to know this stuff when you're trying to be a squatter or when you're getting kicked out in 2 weeks. You need to know how to go find yourself a place. You need to be a man and go, I'm looking for my stew up under my desk so I can put my feet on. I forgot it. I don't have it here. You need to know how to find these places. You can't be, everybody cannot be a Martell, just don't know this stuff, Thank you, Phyllis, for my flowers. I love flowers. Yes, I do. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Yes, we are. So you all get ready because we're going to talk about the devil in the pink suit, the hotel, the motel. Remember, I said this is for educational purposes. I really do mean that. Because people need to know. When you've been living for 8 months for free, sooner or later, just saying. But let me just say this here. Martell, okay, if you can see on my oh, you can't see that, but don't worry about it. I got it for you. Martell thinks he can live for free, okay? That's that narcissistic behavior that he displays to everyone. Whether you're a man, a woman, a child, it doesn't matter. He's going to display it to you and let you see it. And I'm going to drop my link down there too. So you, anybody that want to come up and for, yes, Miss Debbie or anybody that want to come up. But Martell, you, as you saw on this episode we had Saturday, that he was trying to display his narcissistic behavior toward Chris. And I think he's been using that for a long time on Chris. Chris, such a quiet and easygoing man, you know, Chris ain't the type that's get up in your face and rah, 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 rah. You know what I mean? He ain't that type of man. For Martell, Martell is. He's the type of man that would wear a queen, be a queen for forever, but I also want to jump up in every woman's face that he see and want to display his muscles at him and want to do this here if you would let him. I think he would do that, you know. And Phyllis said it was nice. You're right, Phyllis. It was. For everybody that missed it, I tell you, we did what, 4 hours? We did 4 hours and 11 minutes. Okay. And I have never blocked so many people in my life. I mean, I blocked a total of, let me see, I think it was close to 20 people. Or maybe 20. Everybody. We had a Martell kept coming up. We had coleslaw kept coming up. Debbie, you know. Some of y'all know. May, y'all know. We we just had everybody coming up. We even had Donald J. Trump coming up. We had someone calling themselves Rosa Parks, Malcolm X, the N-word coming up. Everybody, coleslaw, sexy red, FU coming up, Roach coming up, everybody coming up and trying to get up on the panel. And then when I tell them that I haven't seen you in the chat, you need to go to the chat. Someone went to the chat and they didn't last long in the chat. But I blocked them. I mean, the minute I blocked somebody else come back in. It was a night, all the clowns, the roaches, and everything came out. The fools, everybody was coming out. What you say, Debbie? Yes. Yes, we had everybody coming out. Oh, maybe Phyllis. Yes, we did. Yes, we did, May. Trendy, you missed it. It was like, whew, I mean, when we started talking about Martell, I don't know what it was about that name. It brought everybody. Whoo, we had so many people coming out, jumping all over the place. They was hopping, trying to get up, and I would say, show yourself. Show me. Show yourself. Yeah, they showed themselves all right. Yes, they did. They did show themselves. And you don't want to see what they look like. You don't want to see. You didn't want to see. And it didn't make me feel one way or the other, because I know they was just a fool, you know. So we had everybody in the house. Just Debbie was ready for him. Debbie was ready. She was ready. I don't think they was ready for Debbie. Cheryl either. So I guess we're gonna get some foods today. We're getting ready to get some foods today. Let me drop this link here. let me just drop this because this is too much. Jazzy J, thank you for being in the house. Jordan, thank you for being in the house. Oh, I got a pink wave from Jordan. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I dropped the link. I did drop the link for you if you want to come up. But the house was crazy, and I don't know what it was, and it wasn't that late because I started at 6:30. Yes, I did, and it wasn't late. But the minute we started talking about Martell, it just went, oh, the freaks want to come out. They didn't like every time we would bring up his name. There it goes. Ooh, Lord. That's you, Debbie. Come on up here, Miss Lady. Girl, what was going on Saturday?
The first all the devils came out to play. That's the Martell crew. That's Saturday night. They didn't have no money to cat nobody out, so they was on there on the TV messing with people. That's all.
That's what it. Oh my Lord!
They had got one of them jobs we was trying to find them. They had some money to cat somebody out. They would have to sit at home and do devilish stuff like that.
That's all they was doing. I mean, I'd never seen that many fools in one night. That was too many fools in one night. That's why I said to myself, I'm going to help this man find a job. You see that, Debbie? Right there. I'm going to help this man to find a job. We got a job for him right there. Hi, Jess. Right there. It says, I can't get a job because I have no experience. Y'all see that? He can't get a job because he have no experience. But I got something for that. If you ain't got no experience, then you find a job that don't require no experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
But first we have how to apply for a job without experience or qualifications, because he ain't got none of them. But
I hope he can read all that. You know he can't read.
See now, David, you're making it hard. It's going to be hard for him then. It's going to be really hard. Wait now. There's jobs that you don't have to learn how to read, right? Like maybe, name a job.
Yeah, well, if you get a paper route, you don't have to do much reading there.
Just somebody just teach you how to roll the paper.
Take it up to somebody's door. Yeah.
Or go place it by the door. Unless they got a pit bull, then you're going to throw it over the fence and keep it going.
Right. Or he can get a lawnmower and he can start his own business back by mowing lawns.
It's so stupid. Why don't he know this?
I don't know, but see, Martell think he's entitled. He's not going to take a job. He's not going to do any of that because he thinks that's beneath him. He thinks he is this wonderful businessman, and he's not. He's just not.
He's just dumb. Can I say that? He's just dumb.
He's dumb. Yeah.
He tried to finesse Chris. He tried to finesse Chris. And we're gonna play that.
He's been using Chris so long. Chris is wore out. You know, Chris was showing
Chris' face.
Chris. Now Chris see what Melody was going through, and best believe in his mind, he said, "Now I could see what Melody was talking about and what that lady been going through." That's what he was thinking, because that's what I would have been thinking. This lady dealt with this for all those years. I know she's glad she got out, and now they can see what Mel was going through with Martell.
I think he see it don't want to get no job. I think he see it more than Nell sees it.
Yeah, well, he see it more than his wife because he deal with Martell more than his wife does.
Right. And you see them eyes, he looking at Martell, man, you full of shit. I mean, you know what I mean? You full of S.
That man see what Melody went through. Right. It said right there in his mind, right there on his face.
Because you
I
can
see
look
what that
at it. I
lady
mean,
went
look at
through.
his eyes. When a person look at you like that, they don't believe nothing you saying. They know you full of mess, and you saying to yourself, "Ian, you ain't gonna con me. You ain't gonna play this blank with me. We ain't played it for too long. I got your number. You can just talk all you want, but my mind is made up. His mind was made up when he walked in the house. When
Well,
he
he
get
had to
this
make
number, look,
he had to make his mind up because the seller want him out. Now
right,
you could see it's written all over his face, you know,
right,
that he is tired of Martell, and that he can see that Martell is a
is
piece of work.
full
And
of
now he see
mess.
what Melody has went through. He probably feels sorry for Melody. You
Right.
know, he probably won't say it on TV, but one day he gonna tap on the shoulder and say, "Woo, child, know what you went through."
Went through.
Martell is a piece of work. But if I was him, when I came, I'd have had an eviction notice or the people to throw him out. Because
Right.
just like he said, you're going to talk to the people to get me 3 more months. Then when
Mm,
3 more months come here, he going to want another 3 months
another 3 more
and
months.
another 3 months. Nah, I ain't
Exactly.
going to get you 2 days. Just get out of here. Matter of
Just
fact, if
get
you're not here in 2 days, them sheriffs is going to put you out. How about that? If you got a house or you know, call what her name? Oh, Letitia.
Coach,
Then she said she was a real estate agent and a broker too. See what
who?
she got and
Is
see if
that
she can get you
Destiny?
a place.
Is that
No,
Destiny?
Destiny is a real estate agent too. Call her. Letitia says she is a real estate agent
Oh,
and a brokerage.
right. Well, call her. You got her
That's
in
what
your
I'm
back
saying.
pocket.
Right, call her.
Mm,
Call Marcel. Marcel knows about it. Kimmy says
right.
she a real estate agent. Call her.
You
Call
know why?
all of them.
You know why he ain't calling them? Because he know they ain't none of that. They just
Hey, he
lying.
don't call them because they ain't gonna let him live off them for free.
Uh-uh. No, because they trying to con. They are cons. So a con ain't gonna let you live off him. Uh-uh. Okay, I
Now
got you back, Debbie.
he had any sense what
Mm-mm.
Martell would have done. He wouldn't have tried to get no big house like Chris Fletcher's
Uh-uh.
or Melody. He'd go somewhere and get a nice, clean apartment, 2 bedrooms for him and his
I,
children,
I already
and
found
crawl
one
before
for
you
him.
walk and be humble.
I already found one for him. Something he ain't got to pay much for. There it is, right there. See that, Debbie? Guys, now I know he can afford this. It's a roof over
I don't
your
know. He
head,
don't
right?
like. I don't know. He don't like to pay rent. The shelter might be a bit more his speed.
You
How when
think
you
this
don't
may
like
be
to
too
pay,
much for him?
he don't like to pay rent. He don't want to pay rent. He don't want to pay no mortgage. So
Um,
that way you go down to the shelter. I don't know what that
well, I
costs, but
found
I'm
that
sure they
for him
want
too.
something for it.
See, I was ready for him because I tried to. At least he got a bed on the roof over his head, and he can bring women in there and bam, bam, all he wants. But if he want a shelter, I got a shelter for him. Let me show you. I already found shelters for him, all in Huntsville, Alabama.
Now the shelter you can't bring no girlfriends.
Oh well, they better have a place in. They better have a place to stay because we're getting ready to roll this tape. But see right here, see, look at all these shelters. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
All of them. Well, that's the animal shelter right here. Oh, we ain't talking about that one. Then. Shelter, guys.
That's a Huntsville Animal Services.
Let me see. Now he can. There's an emergency storm shelter. I guess he can't live in that one yet. Let me see. Let me try to find him some shelters here. He can pitch a tent in the park. Let me see.
Martell think he's entitled. He's not gonna do all that. He want to
Oh
live in
my
a big
God.
fine house.
Well, let me see. This is a shelter here, right here. This one right here in Alabama. It's a big house, but it's a shelter. See, I was ready for his butt. I was trying to help the man out. See,
But see,
Everybody's
he
not
can't be the boss. He can't go in there. He don't own nothing. He got to understand. You don't
okay.
own this house. You cannot stay here forever. And you
Okay.
get one little spot in a cot. That's it. You can't think
Okay.
you own nothing in these places. See, that's another thing you got to get set up with Martell. Just like Chris Fletcher had to tell him. The owner can come in this house when they want to. They don't have to wear booties on their
Right, that
feet.
is
This is
true.
their house. This is
That's
their
what
house. It's not your house. See,
that's
that's
what
and
I
Martell,
was
he don't
thinking.
understand that. He
Mm-mm.
try to take over. He think once he get in, it's his.
It's
That's
his.
not your house.
That is not his house. Before we're gonna go play that clip. Before I play that clip, let's catch up and see what everybody's saying about it right quick. Oh my God, you're right. He act like it's his house. And you
Right.
know he didn't spend no $100 on getting the floors clean. He know he didn't. And you know he made that up on the fly. You know he used to making up stuff on the fly.
But I don't understand what him and Marceau got going with this $100. Everything is $100 for
$100.
them.
First they used to use 20. 20 was his magic number. 20 this, 20 that. Now it's $100. Everything is $100. And they fighting people over $100. What can
I
what
wouldn't give them
$100
nothing.
to
I
pay your
wouldn't give
cell
them
phone bill,
nothing.
maybe? Yeah,
Both of them, both of them just some snot. I
just
wouldn't give them nothing. They just full
no.
of snot. I can't understand it. Martell, see, he think he's supposed to have a big house like Melody got.
Right,
Well, Melody worked and she paid for all those luxuries she have. She
right.
paid for it. She's not looking for something for nothing.
Mm-mm.
Martell don't want to pay, don't want to work. He always looking for something for nothing. He don't
Right.
want to do nothing, but he
Nothing.
want a big house. How you think you gonna get the big house?
Um,
I don't get
Mary
him.
Belinda.
I don't
Look,
understand creeps like him. I couldn't be bothered with him 2 seconds because I be done roll some dough on his head. I be done
oh
told him
Lord.
up with one of the rolling pins. I can't be
Right.
bothered with Martell. Martell
Uh-uh.
is too much work and he ain't worth it. He's
He's a
just
queen.
not worth it.
He is he's too much. May said he don't have no sense of direction. That is true.
He don't have no sense at all. No sense at all. I mean
No
the SENSE. He have no sense.
sense.
I don't know what's up in that watermelon coconut dumb head of his,
He
but
is
sure
so,
no sense running around in there.
I've never seen a man
Empty
so
headed.
dumb.
He empty headed to me. He just like a hollow tree. Dumb
He's
as they
just like
come.
coleslaw. Never seen a
Yeah,
man
and
so
she
dumb.
the same way. She put out too. She living with her sister. You know why they can't keep no
Mm-hmm.
place to their own? Reason why she can't keep place. She don't pay no rent, and she
Rent.
got him running over there like he owned the place, fighting and arguing and taking over. He don't own
Mm-hmm.
nothing. He live in some. She live in somebody else's apartment building. How he gonna go over there and take over and
Right.
think he running things? See, that's what
Uh-uh.
I'm talking
That
about my kid. He
that
think
is
he be
true.
running things. You don't
Mm-mm.
heard
And
Melody
ain't
say it
running nothing.
several times. You're not running things over here.
You, I hear that. He ain't run. Well, Chris ain't having it. Like Trending said, Chris is tired.
He
Not tired, but
tired.
he's
She said he
tired.
tired.
He's
He went
tired.
wild. Now y'all see what Melody was going through. That's why
Right.
Melody used to look so tired. Cause dealing with Martell
Ooh,
is a piece of
ouch.
work. She had to go through that day in, day out.
Hey, ouch.
That was
Ooh,
draining.
Lord.
I don't
And,
blame
and,
that
and
lady for getting a divorce. I'd have been gone because I couldn't be
been
bothered
gone.
5 minutes.
And,
I'd have
and
been gone.
think about this, Debbie. I think the kids even happy they ain't got to put up with him because if mama was wore out, you know he wore them out. They be trying to look in, kids are very smart and Melanie kids are very intelligent. They probably been looking at daddy thinking, Daddy, you just too much for us. You know how kids say, you
Right.
doing too much? I bet they been looking at him saying he doing too much.
Them
It ain't
kids
all that
probably couldn't
serious.
relax around him. More than likely, they had to be on pins and needles because
That's
he's
what,
trying to act like an army sergeant, woo woo
right.
woo and woo woo
And,
and
and you
all of
see how
that.
they
You
act
know,
around their mom.
they had to run. Look like to me, this is my opinion. Allegedly, they had to walk around on pins and needles around him.
They
And
did.
that's I know what for kids to feel, to feel good. And I wouldn't want to be
Right.
around my dad if I had to do that, you know. And
I
I
agree
just
with
think
you on that
Martell
one.
is a mean old bat. He's
He
just
is.
crazy as they come. He
Right.
needs some medicine. Like I said, he got to understand. He is not running things
He ain't.
over at Melody's house,
Mm-mm.
Chris's house, and nobody else's house. Get
Mm-mm.
your own house. That
He
means
can't.
get a job and pay for it.
He can't. I bet you go and ask, because he don't have no sexual attraction. I mean, sex to what's her name, Sheree. But I guess he's gonna put on he's gonna throw that narcissistic behavior on her. Before you know it, she's gonna be letting him move up in there, and her mom is already there. She got a family member already living there, but they're not on camera because Sheree want to pretend like it's just all her. You know what I mean? I bet
Right.
he.
I don't think she'll let him stay in there.
You
She
don't
say
think
he
so?
got too much noise and baggage coming behind him. I think the women he had, Sheree, Boom Boom, Belinda, all of them, they done let him
Mm.
go because they done seen what type of person he is. And
Especially
they done let
Belinda.
him go.
Belinda
Only
had
thing
to
he
let him
got left
go.
at Nicole is that bed bug rat looking girl who don't
Oh
have
God.
nothing. Now she's staying with her family. So what can she do for him? Now she
Nothing.
trying to run to the gym, make it look like he training her. The man ain't looking at her no type of
He
way.
ain't thinking
She
about her. He ain't even sexual. I mean, oh Lord, sex toward her no more. He can't even.
both
It's just he needs something, to be scratched, and he just got to go get a scratch, and that's it to him because he don't
both of
really.
them is lost in the sauce. Both of them lost
Right.
in the sauce. They don't know which way to go. She don't have no direction. She not looking for no job. He won't take a job because the job is beneath him. So
Right.
all he have going for him is that love and marriage hospital check. What you gonna do when that show get off the air? I know you'll get a few residuals from it come to the 100 episodes. But
Right.
what you gonna do after that?
But
You
those
still gonna need
residuals
an
is not
income. You
enough.
got 5 kids. He got 5 kids. He's still
Uh,
gonna need a job and an income.
Right. He still, because that's not enough. Because if he was making, if the money was enough, he wouldn't be struggling the way he is. Because a narcissist always want to, and I'm not a doctor at all. But this is alleged. Uh, he'll be trying to flex, perpetrating a fraud, trying to move in a house that he can't afford and buying clothes he can't afford, getting manicures and pedicures and face done and everything. He ain't he ain't doing none of that. He
He
ain't
gonna go
doing
over there
none
and
of it.
try to run his mama's house. Now she almost lost her house a few months back.
Right,
Carlos King went over there and paid the taxes or whatever it was, the
right.
mortgage or whatever
To
it
keep her
was.
there.
Now, why you couldn't do that for your mama? You
Thank
had to
you.
bring that man in your mama business, and
Right.
and that make you look bad. Now you think
Thank you.
cause Carlos King paid it, you supposed to come over there and stay and live and think you
Right.
gonna run things over here?
But you
See,
got to look at mom
that's
is
what I'm saying
working now.
about Martell. Martell think he supposed to be running things. Wherever he go, he want to take over and run things. And
Right.
that's
But
just not how it's supposed to be.
but
You have
but
to get your
he's not
own.
gonna do nothing, Debbie, because his mom is working now, mopping the floors at the hospital again. So he ain't gonna look for no job.
Well, we ain't gonna look for no job. He think everything is beneath him. He think he's entitled. But you
He
know
is.
what? Life will show him that's not how it works. Let life
Ooh.
start lifing in on him. He'll see. He'll see
Hmm.
real quick.
Right. And Mamie said Chris knows he gonna have to serve him eviction papers. Or just have the sheriff come over right on, and everybody just, and soon as the 2 weeks, you can't even do, instead of those 2 weeks, you can't even let one day past that 2 weeks go because Martell will take an inch and make it into a mound.
They
So,
probably already done served Martell. Martell
yeah.
can't read the paper. He don't know what the paper's saying. But when them people get there and throw him out, he'll know what they saying. He round not looking at that paper and reading it. He gonna mess around and be outdoors.
You're going to be outdoors. But look, Trinity said if it includes the word pay, it's too expensive. Like you said, for Martell, anything is too expensive for him.
I'm saying he don't want to pay nothing. That's why he was going to court trying to get money out of Mel. Want Mel to pay the lawyers, pay him, pay for child care, daycare, child support, buy the groceries, pay the light bill, get him a house. He wanted all of that.
Right. And he wants Sugar Mama is the one that takes care of him. Woo, that's bad.
Then when he couldn't get it out of Mel, he said, well, Sugar Mama, you got a lot. I get some of your, then he wants some of Sugar Mama money. Sugar Mama is a baby.
She is a
That's what
baby.
I'm saying. He don't care.
The money from a baby.
He don't care. He don't care. He just want to take any and everybody's money. Look how he did that lady Boom Boom Belinda. Had her to buy that land. He know he couldn't pay that lady back. All that kind of stuff.
Want her money.
That's all he want is money. That's right. But he don't want to make no money. And he just want to take money from people. He want handouts. That's like Minnie the Moocher. He is a beggar. He don't want to work for nothing.
Remember,
and he want to walk around in them old suits like he the big man on the block. Then somebody gonna do a suit line with no money. How you gonna do that? He gonna open up an underwear line but no money. Where they do that at?
But you know what? Miguel, he don't know what he getting himself into fooling around with Martell, because Martell he think he is the designer and gonna be running thing. Martell is gonna switch that so quick, and before you know it, this man is gonna be he's gonna be Martell's B.
I don't think Martell gonna be able to do nothing with that man because he ain't got no money. And that man say it's $100,000 up front. He want $100,000 up front.
Yeah, I know he wanna.
And I don't know if Martell can raise that right now. He needs to be what he needs to do is try to get him a job and go sit down. Give Mel those kids. Give her full custody until he get himself together. Because he's not together.
But he you don't see him with the kids since the court was over. Custody case was over. You don't see him.
He don't need to be around nobody kids.
I know.
He need to be to himself he need to be in the hospital so he can get some medicine and talk to that psychiatrist.
Right. And land on somebody's couch every day. He don't need a few days out of the week. Right.
His elevator is out of order. His whole brain is out of order. He need to get on to the hospital and get some medicine. Get some medicine now. You need some medicine. Whatever kind of medicine they got for you, take it. Take it like they say take it. On time. You need it.
Do medicine really work on a person with his type of behavior? That's what I'm wondering, because that is, I don't know.
If he gets some therapy, talk to the psychiatrist, they put him on some medicine, and he get in some therapy groups. Yeah, it should help. You got to try it first. He needs to get down there and see. Get down there and see if it works.
Because the other psychiatrist, when he had on that red suit, the same red suit that he had on Queen Sheba, when he said that he want a woman to protect him and take care of him.
That lady wasn't no psychiatrist. She was a therapist and a pick-me. You talking about that lady he was seeing. Now, he needs to see a man. He needs to see a man like Dr. Kit, that other doctor, the man doctor, Dr. Kit. That's what we need to see.
Right. Somebody that
he over there talking about some apples and oranges and all that crap. Get over there and get some help for yourself, sir. You need help. Because I'm going to tell you something. The world is not going to put up with him the way Chris Fletcher and all these other people putting up with him. Life is just not like that. You can't live in big houses. No, you don't have no money to pay for them.
You sure can't. And that's what he wants. That's exactly what he wants. He wants to go back to living the luxurious lifestyle, driving the nice cars. He wants to go back living in the big house and having all the face done. Because remember, he looks terrible right now. Having the face done, having Melanie make sure his suits are looking nice, because she was the one to bring the child's behind, making him look good. You know,
if he get a job, he maybe can have some of them things. You can't have all those things and know you don't have no money to pay for it, because those things cost money.
Yeah.
Facials and all those things, they cost money.
Yes, they do. Well, let's go ahead and play this part with Chris, Martell and Chris. The part where he said, "Pinkie," and Chris looking at him like, "You, I mean, Ian, you crazy, you crazy, you crazy." You know what I mean? And we're gonna break it down. We're gonna stop in between and break it down, because you have to break this sucker down, because this man is living off his rocks on the brains. Okay, here we go, Cheryl. You ready? Y'all ready in the chat?
I'm ready.
Okay. Okay. Now I hope everybody can hear it. I'm gonna turn it up so everybody can make sure they hear it. And if you can hear it, make sure you all put a 1 in the chat if you can hear it. And if you can't hear it, put a you know what to do. If you can't hear it, you can just say no or whatever, or can't hear. Okay, here we go. Y'all could hear that part, right? So I can go ahead and let it play. Can everybody hear? Debbie, can you hear it? You can't hear it either?
I don't hear anything.
Oh, no, everybody's saying no. Okay, let me see why not. And it's playing. Let me turn it up a little more. Okay, let me try it again, and let me know, guys. Can y'all hear it?
No, I don't hear anything.
Oh, let me, it's on my TV, so if it play at the same time as here, maybe y'all can pick it up, hear it from the TV. Let me just do this here. I'm gonna let that play at the same time as this one here. And we're gonna see. Okay, so I'm gonna let it play at the same time, okay? Can you hear it?
Yeah,
You can hear it?
a little bit. Yeah.
Showing how when you're visiting somebody's house, if you're selling or whatever, you should be removing your shoes or put some booties on your feet. Yeah. Everybody, you guys are going bigger? Yeah. So this lesson I talk.
So y'all can, so I got it, yes, that y'all can hear, right?
Yeah, we heard it.
Could you understand it, though? Could you understand it?
I can hear it a little bit.
But you couldn't understand it.
Now to understand what Martell saying.
So what he was saying when Chris walked in, he was telling Chris that when he answered the door, that Chris was coming in telling them he need booties, the little booties that realtors have when they come into someone's house. And Chris was telling them, right, that you need to have, you should have booties. If you don't want nobody to walk in your house with their shoes on, that means you're supposed to have some at the door. And I have seen that many times when you go to looking at homes and stuff. A lot of times people have those booties at the door.
Right.
And that means,
right.
And if they don't have the booties, they'll let you know it's fine. You can come on in. But most times they have the booties at the door. Right. And so I just get right back. I'm trying to get it lined back up. And so they got the Martell wanted to raise a little stink over that the man coming into his house. And then he said the old man the owner of the house came into his house without any with his dirty feet and everything, and then he said that man is 70 years old. He didn't have no dirty shoes, dirty feet and everything. And Martell was telling them that yes, he did. He had footprints all through his house, in which he know he's lying about that. I think he knows he's lying. He just have to have something to hang over Chris' head, because he knew that Chris ain't coming over there just for ha and just to play with him. Chris coming over there.
If he just get out to people's house, he don't have to worry about none of that. He don't have to worry about no booties, no dirty shoes. Get on out them folks' house and let them sell their house. You know, somebody done worked hard. They want to buy their house for their family. He knows that. He had a family once in his life, and he bought a house. And he wouldn't want nobody to do that to him, what he's doing to them people. Get on out them people's house. Then you ain't got to worry about no shoes, booties, who shot John. Get out. Get out of them people's house.
Right. And I think one reason he's starting, it's like, soon as he opened the door, to me, it was looking like he was trying to gain that control before Chris starts. You know, before he starts talking, he got to gain control right quick. So he's trying to throw Chris off his game by starting. You know how people just love to start mess.
Right.
You want to start some mess with him first, so he can start trying to break Chris down and throw him off his game. So Chris came there for a purpose. He knows that. So if I throw him off his game, then it'll confuse him and keep him off game. So that way I can go ahead and do what I take control of this situation.
I don't think it worked.
It
didn't work this time. Didn't work.
No, it's not working.
And then Chris came over there, and Martell knew what Chris was coming for.
Right.
Martell know he done stayed in them folks' house too long. Now, everybody know you've been there too long. The man said you've been there 8 months. And you supposed to been looking for a place and you ain't found no place.
Right.
And then you asked for 3 months. We gave you 3 months. And now you want another 3 months. No, you got 2 weeks. Get out. He should have been out them people's house. I don't know you know.
But how can you get out of somebody's house when you're too busy all in Atlanta, laying your thing low and wide for everybody? You ain't taking it seriously. You know you got kids, but
no, Martell think that's his house. Martell is crazy as a cuckoo bird.
Right.
He think that's his house. And he entitled, and he don't have to move. That's why he was sitting there talking crazy to Chris with all them old raggedy papers on that desk. No, he don't have no business. He ain't gonna pay no bill or do nothing. All that paper was empty, blank sheets of paper. Get on out of them people's house.
It looked like a rat pack up in there. It's like, if you notice when in Melanie's house and when they was together, the home was always spotless. Everything had a place. You didn't see papers and everything all over the place like that. Even in her office, everything had a place. It was beautifully kept. He living like a rat pack.
That's because Melody likes divine order.
Right.
Martell don't know what divine order is if you just shook him till it fell off of him. He don't know what divine order is. Because that brain is out of order. Now, you sitting up there in that fine house. Did you see that picnic table around there? He thinking it's a desk.
Right.
Get that stuff out the people's house.
Right, I saw that.
It don't take Martell long to move. I can move him in 10 seconds. Give me 2 guys and a box. I'll move him out their house.
Well, I already found him a moving truck. I'll show you that later. I find him a moving truck for free.
Oh, he like free.
Yeah. I said to myself, this man needs help. And you know, you and I, Debbie, especially you, we are about helping people. When he needs help, we tried to find him a job. Sadly, they just went off on us. We tried.
He don't want no job. He want to stay in them people's house. See, Martell trying to rewrite history back when he was with Mel.
Mel.
Mel gone, long gone. Mel long
Right.
gone.
And
She
Mel
long
don't want a
gone. Now she
broke
got
man.
her own house now. She
Right.
got a fine house. Now
And
she
who
done
would,
bought her own house. Martell, you might as well come on up to the present
right.
now. I
That
know you
house that
stuck in
he's
the
living
past.
in, you can set that house over inside of Mel's house and set two of them in hers. That's what he wants. He want to get up in that big fine house. Oh, he ain't going there because, like Mel friends say, that house is just gorgeous. Not and he
Mel
can't
not gonna
wait
let
to get
him in
up
the
there.
house. She don't want him over there bossing and trying to take over and
Mm-mm.
messing around in her kitchen, messing with her fine food. Martell need to get his own house. You have to, if that house is not for you, okay? You can't pay for the house. Get on out the house. Get
Right.
you something you can afford. If you can't afford nothing or don't want to pay nothing, go to your mama's house. If your
Go
mama
to your
let you
mama
stay
house.
there free, if she say you gotta go, get up and go from there. If you
Go
get
to a
you an
shelter.
apartment,
You ain't,
and if you don't want to pay the apartment, go to the shelter. But they
see,
gonna
with an
put you out
apartment,
one day too.
but see, you got to pay a down payment, don't you? Down payment, first and last month rent, and most of them, don't you?
Yeah,
And then
but
that's too much
well, you're
money.
not gonna get no apartment for free. You gotta pay sometime.
But then you got to pay to have your utilities turned on. Don't you have
Yeah,
to have your cable and stuff turned on?
yeah, you gotta pay for all of that.
So that's I don't. Oh
Well,
Lord.
he probably won't have none of that because he didn't have no lights before. Melody had to put some
He had
lights
to
so
pay.
so the
That's what I'm
children could
saying.
see.
This
He ain't
man
gonna pay
ain't got
nothing.
that kind of money.
That's why I say go on down to the shelter. He don't want to
Just
pay
going
nothing.
down to the shelter. You ain't
Go
got to
on
pay for
down to the
nothing.
shelter. Just go on down there.
Just
Because
go
he don't
down there
want to pay nothing. You have to pay light, gas, security deposit. You got to
right.
pay somebody to move you.
Or he
And
do
if you
one of
don't
those
like
things,
packing, you got to pay somebody to pack and
right?
move you.
Or do one of
So
those things that Maurice did, sleep on everybody's couch.
that's what that's what he's gonna do. But I'm telling you, people get tired of you wearing out their couch and setting up in their house. And when they wake up in the morning, they come to their living room. Here you is laying up on their
You
furniture.
laying up in the couch
They're
and
gonna call.
everything,
They're gonna tell you
all
go
in the
on to the
way.
shelter. Man, you
Going to
got to
the
get on
shelter.
to that shelter. And if you don't pay the hotel, you ain't gonna be sleeping in there in one of their rooms.
Oh Lord, no. He better go down to that Motel 6 or Motel 8. I think I need to pull up and see how much they cost in Huntsville. Don't they pay?
I don't know how much they cost, but if you don't pay them, you're not gonna have no room. I do know that. That's
No.
any hotel. And then now these hotels want you to send in a deposit before you get there.
Yeah, they do. They do. And then you got to have Motel 6 and Motel 8, you don't have to have good credit. But if you try to get an apartment, they're gonna run his credit, and his credit is already bad. Trendy said he can't afford Motel 6, in my opinion. You're right, Trendy. You're right. He can't afford that.
That's why I said get on down there to that shelter.
Go down to that shelter.
Yeah. Get on down there now. He gonna mess around, ain't gonna be no room when he go. Cause those shelters fill up fast. I'm telling you.
During the
It's
holiday
getting ready to get
season,
fall and winter time. You have to get in early.
like in
You gonna
October,
mess
you got
around
to
and
get
got no
down there
spot.
before Halloween because they start filling up in October,
Right.
November, and December. You ain't gonna find no place.
Right. You have to really get down there the 1st of September, cause soon as it start getting fall, if you want a spot, you have to get there early so they can get to know you, and then you come every day so you can have them.
Right.
And I'm telling you, Martell messing around, he ain't gonna have no spot, cause them other people gonna have the spots already,
Right.
and he ain't gonna have none. He gonna be sitting outside on the curb. That's all right. He'll be sitting outside on the curb.
Right.
He'll see how. I bet he find out how cold it get in Huntsville.
He sure
I know it
will.
get cold here in Chicago now. He can play with it if he want. He better get on
He
somewhere
sure
and cut out.
will. And
And
everybody
see,
don't want
if
you
you
laying on their
notice,
couch during the holiday season because they trying to decorate their house and have their Christmas trees up and
right,
stuff. They ain't got time for you to be laying around and no job, and they trying to provide Christmas for their kids and their family, and you just laying around. Oh,
right. They trying to buy turkeys and you laying around on their couch. If you notice, not none of his friends have come to his defense.
none of
Maurice,
them.
Marceau, they ain't offered him a biscuit.
Right.
And
Or
here
even
go
helping to
Kimmy.
find a
And
place.
Kimmy always talking about he's such a good guy. She ain't offered him nothing. She ain't
Right.
offered him no room.
And think
We're
about it.
gonna give you a room till you get yourself together.
Don't she
But
have
when
an
you get a
extra
check,
room in
you
her
find you
house?
somewhere to go. None of them did that. They over there laughing at him. He
Yeah,
think they his friend. They laughing at him. He's so
but Debbie, don't
stupid.
he have an extra? Don't Kimmy have an extra room probably in her house that they
That's
can
what I'm
let him
saying.
use? Right until
She
he get on
ain't
his
offered
feet.
him nothing. She always talking about he a good guy. She ain't offered him a biscuit. She ain't say, Martell, well, I got a guest room you can stay in
Right.
until you get your check and then you find you somewhere to
Right.
go.
Or I'll
And
lend you
I'm a
some
realtor.
money
She thinks she's
to
a
get you
realtor.
started.
If she's a real estate agent, she can find him somewhere too. Those
Right.
people not going to be bothered with Martell because they know how he is.
Right.
And Martell is not going to do right. And they is over there laughing at. And
Well,
she
why
can't
can't
do
they
it no way
lend him
without
some
Maurice.
money to get his
She can't
first
do it.
place?
She can't do it no way without Maurice, telling her
Yeah.
she could do that. So she won't be able to do that either. But them people's over there laughing at him. They
Right.
ain't trying to help him.
He's
They
dragging his
laughing.
feet. He's dragging his
They over
feet.
there laughing at him. The
Let's see
man.
what
And let me tell you something. Marceau having a field day. Marceau, he didn't say they went from the big house to no house. You know Marceau over there laughing.
You know they are. You know they are. Thank you for coming in, Brother Lee.
And he think that's his friends. I wouldn't be friends with them. They laughing at him. He's so dumb.
But he said Melanie ain't got no friends, and he called everybody on that stage his friends. And not one of them reached out to help him or lend him some money to help him find a place. And all these people claim to have real estate license. And not one of them said, well, if you find a place, I'll lend you some money. You know, like Melanie did Destiny, lent her what, $6,000 or $7,000?
Tried to help her.
Right, tried to help. And then she did in her back. Oh, so why can't
That's the
Destiny
same way she paid Martell's light bill. He turned around and stabbed her in the back and was trying to juke it in. See, Martell friends laughing at him. And you heard Marceau already say he owed him. You owe me $3,700. And here go Martell. For what? What I owe you?
Right.
I don't owe you nothing. See, people is not gonna help you when you like that. See, them people is not gonna help him.
Right.
Because Marceau already say he owe him some money. Now, whether Marceau telling the truth or not, I don't know.
No.
But that's what he said on the show. They laughing at Martell. And if Martell can't see it, he dumber than I think he was, cause them people's laughing at him.
But remember on the show, he said, Martell told him all the things that we all the help that we gave, me and Melanie did, everything that me and Melanie did for you. And then Marceau told him, y'all didn't do nothing for us.
See what I'm saying?
Oh my Lord.
That's how funny how people forget. I'm gonna tell you something. His only friend is that man standing behind him, Chris Fletcher, and he about to run him away. He about to run that man away. That man tired of him. He's tired.
Yeah, I think after this, once he get Martell out of that house, he's done with him. A person put up with you once they get you out of there, and they had so many problems with you already. They're done with you. You don't know it, but they done with you. They ain't telling you yet. Yeah. Thank you, Greta Lee. 22 watches and 16 likes and 50 minutes into the chat. Thank you, Greta Lee.
I pretty much can't blame Chris Fletcher for wanting to be just through with him. He want to get him out of that house so them people can have their house or do whatever they need to do. And I don't blame him. After I get him out, I'll be through with him too. Pretty much, I would be done with him.
When he referred to the house, he don't refer to the man's house. He tried to pretend like it's not he is. Hi, sexy mama. Thank you for coming in to the chat and everything. And he's just trying to overlook that part. Let's see what else is going on with these people. I tell you, we got to wait till Martell. Oh.
Yeah, so then something about you guys is over Baker. Yeah.
Can y'all hear that?
So this last
I
time
hope so.
was probably the time that you subpoenaed me.
They're talking about the subpoena.
Oh.
They're talking about the subpoena. He said, he brought up the subpoena, saying that, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. He brought up the subpoena. He said that you subpoenaed them to come to court and then tell them that they was going to be subpoenaed. And Martell, oh yeah, like he forgot. No, he didn't forget. You didn't forget you subpoenaed them. And Chris, in a way, talking about, yeah, you should have told us. But he's not taking sides. He had told him he's not taking sides between him and Melanie because both of them are their friends. But the fact that you subpoenaed us to come in, and here go Monte, I just want, just to tell the truth. He lying. He didn't want them to tell, he didn't want that man to tell the truth because he already got onto his mom when she was subpoenaed, telling her that you're supposed to be for me. You're supposed to be on my side. You know how he went off on his mom because his mom did not say anything good for him or back him up or anything.
Yeah, but see, Chris Fletcher is really finding out what type of person Martell really is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. And that's why he looking at him like that. He said, I can't believe I didn't see this before. He is really seeing what type of person Martell is. And it's time for it to come out. This is why Melody say revelations. It's revealing. Oh, yeah. It's revealing. And Chris Fletcher is really seeing who Martell is.
Really is.
Because I know I'm seeing it and I don't like him. I can't stand that coconut broke dumb. He just
I didn't like him the first season, the first episode. When I looked into his eyes, I did not like him. And
me either. I've never liked Martell. I've never liked him. I just think he was always a devil. And then to me, he thought he was so arrogant. He thought he was God. See, I don't like men with God complexes and they be real arrogant. I just don't like them kind of men. I never have.
Right. And what pissed me off is when they was in the getting dressed for something, going to go somewhere. And Martell was telling Melanie that she's not doing what she's supposed to do as a wife. And that's why he had to go outside the marriage and all this here stuff. And it was just, I said to myself, this man is sitting there telling this, any other woman would have knocked the mess out of him, knocked that head clear, make it spin around. And I said, but she is so sweet. I said to myself, she ain't got the gangster in her like most women. They would have knocked the mess out of him. Oh, Lord.
That's why she got away from him. Like, because I'm telling you, that's why she got away from him. He is too much to deal with. And then he always changing up. He tried. I want it this way. Now I want it that way. Every day he got something going. I don't blame that lady. I would have left too. I don't blame Melody for getting a divorce. I don't blame her for leaving him. She probably left with the clothes on her back. I don't blame her. It'll get greater later, but right now I got to get away from him.
Remember, he didn't let her take anything. Nothing for the kids.
Didn't. That's why I say. That's why I say she got out of there with the clothes on her back.
And for him to say he love his kids.
He don't love nobody but himself. You see, she got all kind of clothes now. J. Bolin collection. Ooh. She got all kind of, beauty products, facial, body, lip scrubs. She even got things for children and shampoos and body conditioners for them and oils and stuff. What he got? Nothing.
And he can't even
afford. Not gonna have nothing. God don't bless no mess. And Martell he's a terror. He is a terror.
Mess. Yes.
Yeah, he's a devil. They just rain terror on people. Everywhere he go, he bring terror to people. They hate to see him coming.
That
Woo,
is
I couldn't
true.
be bothered with him.
And you know what? Every time the kids are with Melanie, they be looking at like they're I mean, they look like they got on their Sunday's best every time. I mean, they be dressed very clean, very nice, very organized, everything, right? And they still be having fun. And every time they with Melanie, Melanie and them always got somewhere to go or something to do, or she's showing them how to be the way, how to follow in her footsteps, how to build a empire. She's teaching them at the same time while raising them with love and care and tenderness, like a mother should do. And he don't buy them nothing, not nothing. He be perpetrating a fraud. He never can do anything for his kids, and I don't think he's trying even to get them. I don't think I haven't seen them with him because if those kids were with Martell anytime, he's going to use them just to make himself look good. Talking about I'm a good dad. I'm a good dad. I'm the best dad. Oh my God.
That's how he do. And then bring no gift to them girls' birthday party. He ran
Not
arguing
one
and
gift.
fussing and talking about he wanted to come. He ain't even bring them no gift, not even
Yeah.
a card. He wanted to be,
But he can take
every
Sheree a
every
purse.
kid looking for a birthday gift.
Right.
You know, they can't wait to see what daddy or mama got them.
Right.
He
But
come
he
with
can give
nothing.
Sheree one of Melanie's bags. He can give side chick one of Melanie's bags, but he ain't got no gift. But to them, it's new. But Sheree knew it wasn't up to par. Remember?
Right. I'm gonna tell you something about that bag with Sheree. This is what I believe, allegedly, in my opinion. That a stylist that was set up by Carlos King and production.
Oh,
Martell ain't had no money to buy
no
that lady
money to
no
buy nothing.
expensive bag
Carlos,
like that.
right.
One
Carlos
of them
King,
stylists pulled that bag for Martell to give to Sheree, and Sheree had to give that bag back.
back. You know, because it's just all only for the storyline. Thank you,
Right.
thank you, thank you.
Because if you don't buy
That
your
is a
kids
good
a
point.
Christmas a birthday gift, and then one time didn't Melly say that he didn't buy them no Christmas gifts?
Right. Yeah.
If you don't buy nothing for your children, who you gonna, what make you think he'll buy something for Sheree?
You're right.
I don't believe he would because
No, because he didn't
I
even
don't
want to
think he
buy
that
her
stupid.
lunch. I mean, her dinner.
Right, he didn't want to pay for the dinner. He
Dinner.
want a cash out. A
Right.
man like that, you stay away from because they
Right.
more trouble than they worth. And if a
Right.
woman can't see that, she got to be real slow.
Sheree is slow now.
You get involved with them kind of men, it's hard to get rid of them people.
Right. But
They ain't never
Sheree
got
is
nothing
slow.
and they always need something.
That is true. Always needing something. Let's
I can't,
see
I
what
don't like them kind of men. I don't like them kind of men. And I done
slow.
seen them. I done been around
Martell
the
don't
block. I
have
done
no
seen them.
potential. He is
He ain't
lacking
he ain't even
potential.
got no potential. I don't care nothing. I don't like potential. Anytime a person tell me well he got potential, that means he is just like him. They ain't got
Right.
nothing
They ain't
and
got
they
none.
always need something. And you be
Always
bothered
needing
with that.
something from you. And always
I,
going to be taking your money.
I'm telling you, I'm not into that potential junk. I
Because
just don't. I don't want to be bothered with no man. Somebody got potential.
if you got
Potential to do
potential,
what?
you
Bug
do
me, beg
right.
me. Oh
And you
no,
know
we ain't
what? When
gonna
they
have
come to
that.
you talking about they got potential, that means they ain't gonna ever find a job. They ain't gonna
They
ever
ain't
do
gonna
no
do
better
nothing. They
because
ain't got nothing.
right because
They potentially waiting all they like to get some potential.
right
I don't have time.
right
Potential ain't never paid no bill of mine.
no, and they figure if you took them and like that and you started dating and married me like this, then this is what you got. So that's what you're gonna get potential. I'm always gonna have potential, but I'm never gonna be able to get there.
Or he
That's
wants
all.
something. I can't. I don't like them kind of men.
Mm-mm.
I don't like them
Let's
kind of
see.
men.
Let's see what else he's telling Chris. I'm gonna make sure I got it up, girl. Let me see. Well, how do I do this thing?
Wow. That looks like we're on one side. Yeah. Because we're still friends with you. We're still friends with you. We're not take sides.
It's a look.
Yeah, that's everybody. I tell them all the time, like I told you, like, let the truth come out. Whatever the truth is, let the truth be known. If that's her name,
Wait,
let the truth be heard. So it's not just
wait.
taking sides.
I'm trying to
It's a
get
lot of
this,
people who know the best.
catch up with
advocate
this.
for the truth. That's it. You know, Martell subpoenaing myself and my wife.
And
it actually kind of pissed us off.
Chris saying that
before, you know,
that the subpoena pissed him and his wife off. I'm just trying to get the TV volume to catch up with this one here. And Martell just talking about he just wanted the truth to come out, and I don't think so. Hey, sexy chocolate 215. Thank you for coming into the chat. You are welcome. We're just talking about Dusty Martell. Okay.
we're friends with him, we're friends with her. We're not going to take them.
I hope y'all can still hear it while I get.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. We know how it's
Here it is.
No, like you said, you can't go tell me that. That's why I'm speeding up too. Well, I'm speeding up. I've been speeding up ever since you gave me 30 days.
Okay, here it is, what they talking about now. He's telling them about the that he got to move out and everything, and Martell talking about the 30 days. And he's letting them know that no, you got to move. You've been here for 8 months already. And you can see the anger and the look in Martell's face. He's still trying to convince them that no, he's been here, that he needs another 30 days. And the man is telling them, no, you've been here for 8 months. Now he wants to try to bargain for 3 months, but no, you got 2 weeks. And Martell refused to understand that he doesn't own the place. He can't just, and then he's upset with Chris because Chris always been helping him. And now it's to the point that Chris saying that he have a right to the seller. His obligation is to the seller. He represents the seller, not Martell. But Martell saying, but you're my friend. But that means you need to go get your own realtor again. You know, you can't be the realtor to the seller, and you can't be both of them some realtor. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
That's a conflict of interest. But Martell seems he got all these friends, like you said, are realtors, and nobody he haven't asked them to step up to the plate at all. Sex or chocolate say, what is this? Pray tell must have forgotten who he was talking to. Chris knows his kids live with Mel in a big old nasty. What did she say? Big old nasty mansion on top of the hill. Pray tell is the one who needs a place to stay. Am I reading that right, Debbie?
Chris knows his kids live with me in a big old nasty mansion on top of the hill. Yeah, you read it right. I don't know what she's saying now, but
yeah,
Mel's house is not nasty.
Yeah, and it's not an old house. Sex and chocolate. She doesn't live in an old house. That's a big, beautiful new house, and it's not nasty. Melanie keep a very spotless house. When I say spotless, it's spotless. She said nasty in a good way. What do you mean nasty in a good way? No. What is nasty in a good way? I don't understand that one either. Help me to make sense of it, because I just want to make sure we're thinking the same way. I don't mean it's like that in slang. I don't understand. Somebody in the chat, help me to understand, because maybe my slang is not up to par. Let me see. No, that means a nice house. Oh, that means a nice house.
Nice home. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sexy. Okay. Girl, I don't know, understand. Sorry about that. Because I didn't understand. Sometimes not. I just didn't understand exactly. No, that means a nice house. Okay, nasty means nice, right?
Yes, I guess that's what they're saying. That
Okay.
means a big, nice home. Yeah, she does have a big, nice home, and she
Okay.
got it for her and her children. And
Well, and
Martell need to
big
find
old
him
house.
somewhere.
It's all good. Oh, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I was trying to figure this house thing out. I'm thinking, big, old, nasty house. Okay. Big, old, nasty means big, but yeah. Okay. Okay. It's all good. Thank you. But also, yeah, Martell do need somewhere to live. And we've been trying to find him a job, but it's hard to find a job when they ain't got that many skills um, or experience and everything. You have to have some type of skills or customer service or because or paper route or know how to do something or cut grass. You can go back to cutting grass again and start that back over. Seemed like he knew how to do that. And you don't have to know how to read, or you don't have to know how to follow. It's just cutting the grass. As long as you know you ain't cutting somebody else's grass next door, you cutting a house where you know what I mean, right?
Right, and don't cut the trees. The people ain't told you to cut damn tree. They say cut the grass, not
Cut
the
the
tree.
grass. Don't be cutting that around the tree, and then sooner or later you can cut up all around the tree, and the tree one day gonna fall over after you cutting it all the time. And
Martell
don't go
won't live
cutting
for
the next
free.
door neighbor's grass too. You got to know where the property line is. You know,
You gotta pay attention to what he's doing and stay focused.
stay focused. You know what? I don't know. That this may be because Melanie was the head of that operation as well. So, but I don't know. We're still gonna look for him a job. I'm gonna make sure I find some listings for him. So if he see this, that he can look on here and say, "Oh Lord, I like that Pinkie. I like that Debbie. They was trying to find me a job, but not that we like you though. But we just trying to get your butt up, okay? Because if you got to go to a shelter, it's fine with us though.
Yeah,
But let's what you say, Debbie?
yeah, it's good to go to the shelter, but he can't act like he owned the shelter. You have
That
to
is
do what the
true.
people say in the shelter. You can't go there like you own nothing.
You got to follow the rules and the regulations. They got
Right.
rules, and if they didn't have rules, everybody would be trying to own the shelter.
See, Martell
Men,
got some problems. He first of all, he need to go to the doctor, get them problems, get some help. He needs some help, psychological help.
right,
That's what he needs.
right.
I don't know why I don't go get no help. He needs
Do
some
you
help.
think? Don't you have to have insurance to go see the doctors? But Carlos King, I paid for it for him.
Right. I'm pretty sure I got some insurance where they can get him the proper help that he needs.
Yeah, because he need it. He gonna need it before he go get locked up because he really needs it bad before he get locked up because without that help before you get locked up, you're gonna go in there and be an animal. You're
Oh,
gonna
they
be an
got some
animal.
help. They got some help in the jail for him. They
Oh
got
yeah,
doctors.
okay. Well, he'll be good again. Long as they got help in the jail for him, he should be good. Why
He don't
his
even have
friends
to pay
can't
for
pull
it.
him up? She said, why his friends can't pull him up since he brags on their friendship so much. We've been asking that same question, Sexy Chocolate. We've been asking that for the longest. We talked about it earlier, Debbie and I, that he got all these friends and not one of them have offered for him a place to stay or sleep on the couch. Kimmy got an extra bedroom. She ain't having, but he's a good friend. He's a good guy. He's a wonderful guy. That's why she rubs his hand and on his shoulder all the time because he's such a wonderful guy. I think she want to bump him one day. Bump. But anyway, allegedly. But nobody want to help him. and he and help Marceau and what's her name? Letitia says she's a realtor and a broker, and on $17 million in the bank, and owns Scope and everything else. She got all this. She can help him because they helped her helped her and Marceau by giving them a place to stay in a car. They can help him to find a place. Soon as they can, he can move into one of those apartments where they just moved into. You know, they can get the lease, sign it, and everything, and just let him move in.
Well, he still got to have some money.
He's got to have some what money?
Yep, you got to pay to get in them places.
But that's their friend. Seemed like they would help him. He said they would.
Marceau already said he owed him $3,700.
Oh yeah, he ain't gonna help him.
Marceau is not finna give Martell nothing. He is laughing at Martell. This is what he wanted for Martell.
He's been wanting this for a long time, and he can't.
Right, he's been waiting on this moment. He's been waiting on this moment a real long time. He's not finna help Martell.
You know what? He probably at home every time he gets home and closes his door. He probably celebrating, jumping out. Him and them big thighs and hips and breasts be jumping all up, just celebrating. Oh Lord, he probably be getting drunk over that. Oh Lord, the fact that Martell and lost it all, and lost the woman because Marceau secretly lust after Mel anyway. Been wanting a woman like Mel all his life, but he have to take what he could get because Tisha got pregnant while he was fooling around with the cousin. So he have to take what he can get, allegedly. But he ain't got no friends, May said. They ain't his friend. Trenton said, she's saying hey to Linda Gamble, sexy mama, and everybody. He's the type of person who has to learn the hard way about so-called friends. He ain't gonna learn that. This man, oh Lord, he's a narcissist. He think he's the ruler. He's the king. Let's see what else is going on. I hope y'all can hear this. I really do.
Like 14 days. More than 30 days. Yeah. The house has been on the market for 8 months. This has been on the market for 8 months?
He said the house been on the market for 8 months.
What does that do with him?
What it got to do with him? But he wants more time. Yeah, and then so he wants more time and everything. I'm gonna let y'all hear it, so I won't get distracted.
Okay, I told that so the homes on sale. Yes, so yeah, that's what's up. This is the market to sell everything. Yeah. I have to start now because my lease is up in about 6 months. You know,
Bill is taking advantage of the friendship by continuously staying in his house. I think he's looking for me to give him special treatment, allow him to continue to stay just because he's Martell.
Okay, let me just tell you what he just said. He was saying that Chris was saying that Martell expect to get special treatment because they are friends, and that because he expected special treatment just because he is Martell, but he can't not do that. Martell is looking for special treatment from him. Yes, he is. And that was him sitting on the couch at that point telling them. And this is, and I don't want to get distracted, but we all know that Martell, and this is Chris' look. You know that look that we all been talking about? He gives Martell that look, and Martell is just still complaining about how you're going to put me and my kids out. He said, no, you got 2 weeks. And he's trying to let him know he needs more than 2 weeks. He needs like 3 months. And if you can't find me a place, how you expect me to find you a place? I mean, me to find a place. If you can't find me a place, how can you expect me to go out there and find me a place? You're going to put me and my kids out. on the street. But that's not, and this is the look. This is the look, everybody. Okay, I'm sorry. That's the look I wanted everybody to see. Where, let me get back to it. I clicked the wrong thing. That was the look I wanted everybody to see, how Chris gives him this look like, fool, you must be out of your mind. Not the word I really want to see. But you see how Chris giving them that look, everybody? And he's telling them that he got to go and everything. But I want everybody to see this look. This is the look that, like trending, like everybody been saying. Here it is, right here. That's that end look. You must be out of your blanking mind. I'm not going to let you finesse me. You ain't getting over on me. You ain't doing, I'm not giving you no more time. You, everything. This is that look. Like, I'm done. I'm fed up. It's done. We're done. And he's you know, when a person look, and Chris got that sideways look on him and got those eyes a little squinted on him, looking at him like, you must be out of your blanking mind. You can't, I'm done. We're done. But he ain't saying that in so many words because Martell is trying to finesse him. What is this? Marcelina and Letitia could be a reference for him to get in the apartment complex, and they may get dollars off their rent. Yep. But then Martell still got to have money. Literally squatting. He is squatting. He is squatting. I would have gave him 2 hours. Those 2 weeks going to turn into more. Let's see. Their friendship is over. Yeah, that look that he's getting, and when Chris walks out of there, they're done. They're done. What do you got to say, Debbie?
I wouldn't have gave 2 hours. That's all he would have got. See, Martell is trying to use that man. He trying to use Chris Fletcher, and Chris Fletcher is tired. He's tired of it. It's time for you to get on out of there. And Martell should have got out of there anyway. You know, you just don't take advantage of people's kindness. But Martell don't care because Martell is a user.
Right. Martell don't care about nobody but himself. If he could get sugar mama to pay that rent, he would. If he could, but you know what I think? You tried your kids, using your kids. He's throwing the kids up in Chris' face like, you're gonna put us out. He would use anybody or anything to make somebody feel sorry to give him what he wants. Chris already know that Melanie takes very good care of her kids, and she ain't gonna let her kids be out on the street. If anything, before that, Melanie may go to the courts and say, he's homeless. I need emergency full custody right now. You know what I mean? Ain't gonna let that happen. She knows what she's doing and everything. So he's using those kids. If you want to use a kid, take little Knox. Try to make some. You want to? What about Knox? How come you can't bring him up? He tried to be a money maker for him. Want nobody buying it with Knox, because nobody want to put no money into Martell's pocket alone with trying to do something for side chick baby, because that's a product of both of them. And Knox, although he's a kid, he's a little bad one. And he tried to do everything possible to hurt our sugar mama. And that ain't happening. No, that ain't happening.
Just get on out them people's house. He don't have much to pack up. All you got to do is put all that junk in a box, all them papers. Girl, throw that stuff in the garbage. And get on out of them folks'
Look
house.
at all them papers over there behind Chris. On a, what do you call that little fold-up table?
Yeah, that's a folding table.
Right.
Martell don't have that going on.
Where is he? In the dining room area?
I guess in some part of the house, the living room.
Yeah,
the
because he
study or
walked right
whatever it
through
is.
on in. They didn't have to go through doors. Because remember when they came in?
Right. It
So
must have been the living room.
yeah.
He done
And
made it out
Melanie
of
never
I
had her
guess he
house
called
looking
himself
like that.
making himself a study. You know,
Right,
Martell got a bunch of junk. Them papers are blank. Get on out of them people's house.
right. And look, oh, look at Chris. You see that eye on Chris right now? Ooh, and look at Chris. Chris ain't there for Chris is out. Look at his posture, his body language. Chris ain't there for no fool. He ain't there to play games with you. He wants you out in 2 weeks. And Martell is, oh, that's it. Martell was trying to tell him that he needs more than the 2 weeks and everything. Chris is not having it. And I didn't want to keep it going because I don't want to get us distracted at all. But no, he's not having it, and it's over. Game is over, Martell. But like I said, I had tried to do my best. Let me show you what I thought that moving truck. Remember, I brought up a moving truck. Don't that say free?
Yep,
Move
free
in
move
truck.
in truck.
Right. So all he have to do just call that, type that website in, and tell him he need help moving his furniture. Yeah, that's a free move-in truck for him. I don't know why the man just don't want to take advantage of it. Trenton said, while I was on my way over, I would have had the chef to meet me there. Oh, that's a good point. Just have the
I
chef.
would have too. I would have too. I sure would have.
And that way,
I'd have
he
brought
know
them
you
with
mean
me.
business.
They'd have moved them out. I'd have brought them right with me.
Ooh.
Today is your moving day. Don't worry about no 3 months, 2 weeks, or nothing. Today is the day.
Today is today. But here's a shelter. You know how you love living in these big. This is in Huntsville, Alabama. There's a shelter right there. I pulled that one up for him. It's big. You know, you want to live in a big house. That's a big shelter. I'd just be trying to help him. And that was too expensive. So you know what I thought about? This may, Debbie, tell me whether this make any sense to you. You know how people that works on cruise ships, they get free board. They give a place to stay. They travel all over the world, but they work and get paid at the same time. And sometimes they're on those cruise ships for months at a time. They sleep below deck. If he ain't got nowhere to go, he can try to get a job working on a cruise ship. He got room and board. He'll have food to eat. He'll have a way to take a shower and work and a job all at the same time.
That sounds nice, but will Martell go and do that? Because he gonna think the ship is. He can't do that.
Shoot. I forgot. We're dealing with a narcissist. He gonna think that shit. You're right. See, I'm just trying to help the man. He gonna think this shit. Yeah. He just needs to go on to the shelter. Ain't nothing nobody can do for him. And I can't wait. When he the day he moves out of that house, I hope they show that. The reason why I hope they show it, I'm trying to say he just lazy. Yes, he is trendy. But you know why I hope they show that? Because when they show that, I want to make sure I got my popcorn ready. I'm sitting down with something good to drink, maybe a ginger ale, and I'm going to be enjoying that. I may have to play it over and over just to make sure I get it, because I'm going to enjoy it. Oh, Lord.
So hard.
Oh, Lord. Damn it. We may be on the phone just cracking up over there. Damn it. Let's do a play-by-play again. Let's watch that part again. Watch that part again. Girl, everybody going to, that's going to be a moment to behold. And I hope that they actually show it. Don't try to hide it, because that is his real life. You know what I'm saying? Trendon says she wants to see it too.
Yeah, we want to see that.
Him moving out of that house. I want to see the footage of Stormy's animals being repoed. Oh, yeah. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. That would be good, too. Girl, we got some good moments. If fellows show these live moments, thank you, Barbara, for coming into the Pink House. Oh, Lord, that would be so. We would know what to do. Oh my Lord. People be
But
falling out.
when you look around on the Stormers estate, you don't see that goat no more. I wonder what happened to him.
That's what everybody always asks. Where's the goat?
I don't know.
Did the goat? The
I
goat
don't
didn't
know.
pass away, did it?
I don't know what she did with him.
You know,
I
people
don't
buy
trust them
goats.
folks. They got goats, chickens, cats, and dogs running all around, and snakes and things. They don't tell them what happened to them.
Unless it got bitten by a snake or something, or she sold them for some money. Because people do buy goats. Because I bought some ducks. I bought like 3 or 4 ducks. Before long, it was like so many ducks around the neighborhood. Ducks was everywhere. Oh, Lord. It didn't take long. Oh, my Lord. And then when they got in the pool, not in the pool, in the creek alongside the house, the big snapping turtles that been there forever, that's probably 100 years old, I would say, they would bite their feet and pull them down. And my son would get out there in his canoe and try to save them. And then we tried to save one, and he didn't make it. Yeah. So she probably sold that goat for some money, allegedly. I think she probably did. Or
Well,
because she used to
allegedly, she
thing
got
all over
problems with
the
her house.
Huh?
Allegedly, she got problems with her house. Don't she have a lien on it?
Yeah, she got a lien on it. Yes. Over $1 million lien on that house.
Oh,
Yes.
Lord, she might be moving too.
She may
All of
be.
them need to get on down to the shelter. All of them.
What is it? All of them don't have no stable place. Melanie, and Tip, what's her name? Well, Maurice, because he's living with Kimmy, and Kimmy put his name on the house like a fool. And then the Tiffany and Big Lou got a stable place. They've been in the same place since they've been on the show, so we know that. And then who else? But everybody else, every season, they're in a different place. They can't stay in one place. I mean, they're moving from place. And the Scots seem like they move every other. They move every other twice in a season. It seems like they start in one house in the beginning of the season. By the middle of the season, that they moved again. They're never in the same place. And I don't know why these people can't stay in one house.
And you got 17 million and you can't stay in one place.
One house. And if you're trying to build a house and you got 17 million, why you got a lien stuck on the rocks? What do we call it, Debbie? It's the
bedrock.
The rock
over there on bedrock, full of rocks.
Bedrock. Yeah. Why you got a lien stuck on slapped on the bedrock? And if I had $17 million, I would go and build. You ain't got to lease a house. You got 17. You worth $17 million. Tiffany supposed to be, not Tiffany. What's her name?
Tisha.
Tisha's supposed to be worth $17 million, right? Why would you need to lease a house until your bedrock? You can build on the bedrock. Just buy that house. Just buy a big enough house to live in, because it's going to take 3, 4, 5, or 10 years, right? Because y'all can, because you just keep pulling our leg, and Marcel don't have no set plans now. So I don't understand.
So if they got that kind of money, they could have bought a house, live in the house, build bedrock, and then use that house they living in for an investment property, and move on the bedrock. I don't think they're doing nothing on bedrock. It's still a bedrock. It's a bed of rocks. That's all it is.
Think about it. You're trying to
I
build.
think they got that kind of money. I think they say they got it, but I don't believe they have that kind of money.
They ain't got no money.
Because if you got 17 million, you're not living in no apartment.
Right. And you ain't that begging, you ain't fussing and fighting over $100. Think about it.
And people don't have no money. They just say they got money. But look like they ain't got nothing but a whole lot of problems, if you ask me.
They do. They do. People that ain't got no money is living better than they are. I just don't know these people. Oh, I think the goat. Oh, she thinks the goat is no longer living. She mentioned it in her line.
What?
What?
What the goat done? Oh Lord.
What did she do to the goat? Mm.
I don't know what she did.
Yeah, really? What? Girl, we can't make this stuff make sense. We
I'm
can't
telling you, I
make
know I
this
didn't
up.
see him. I haven't been seeing him for a while now.
Yeah, because the goat was all up in the house, all up in the bed, everywhere. She was kissing on the goat. Oh my Lord, now the goat ain't here no more. She needs to put it on the market and downsize. She sure do.
Mm-hmm.
But she can't, when you got to lean on your house, you can't put it on the market. You can't do anything to that house. Only thing that you can do, you can leave it. You are not allowed to sell it or anything until that lien is paid off. So therefore, she can leave it now and turn it over to the person, turn it over, but she can't leave that house. I mean, she can't sell that house. That's why they slapped the lien on it. She can't do nothing to that house but live in it and pay and keep paying the mortgage and paying and until they get their money out of it. But to me, why would you, if you got that kind of money, why would you get a mortgage on your house? That didn't make no sense to me. That don't
Right.
make any
If you had 40 million, you should have bought your house outright.
sense. That's right. You supposed to buy your house. That didn't make no sense. I always said none of the stuff they do make any sense to me. I was questioning it a long time ago, and didn't none of that made any sense to me. Even when she was talking about her mom was after she went after our Black Titanic, right? Her mom came out with the statement, right? The next day talking about how she owned her warehouse. No, she rented she's in a new warehouse. And I'm thinking, well, she didn't pay the money, she didn't pay for the other warehouse. Why would you have to move and rent another warehouse? Most people that kind of money. And I said it, if anybody look at a couple of those slides right after that, I said, you with that kind of money, people that have that kind of money, they buy their warehouse or they build their own warehouse. And if they don't buy when they do buy that warehouse, they change that whole warehouse into what they want it to be inside. And then if they build their own warehouse, they don't lease a warehouse, they build or buy one already. If they don't have time, they buy one, and then they're not going to just buy a warehouse stuck together to other buildings. They want to buy one house away, so that way they can have all that around them, that land, they can create it the way they want. She's stuck in a shopping area, a strip.
And she don't have but 4 or 5 employees.
Right, and she probably got them down the street. People do they want to be in the video, and who's going to turn down want to be in the video on a TV? No, you look like she just went and got them.
She went found them folks on the corner and said, come on.
Right. You can't build on bedrock if you have a lien on it. No, you can't. You cannot build on it. They have to pay that lien in order for you to build on that bedrock. Yeah, you're right, May. You cannot build. You can't, just like you can't sell your house when you got a lien on it. You can't sell it because you have to pay that lien off. You have to pay that lien holder before you do anything. They want their money. That lien is because you owe them money and you refusing to pay. So they're gonna as long as that lien is on there, they cannot sell. They can't do nothing. They can't bill on nothing. These people don't realize it when you got a lien on it, on things, you know. They got other people's yeah, they got other people's money. That's what they living off other. That's why they scamming the community. You know,
Wow.
they all scam. Maybe you can pay that lien at the closing table when the house sells. Yeah, you can at the closing, but that it's got to be enough to pay that lien. You yeah, and you may not get no money out of it, but at least you're out of that lien and out of that house. Yep, you're right. The goat got sick probably from what they was feeding him. Oh, I don't know what they
Oh
was feeding.
Lord.
Oh my Lord. I tell you, ooh, Lord, we can't make this up. We cannot make it up. These people got drama like a soap opera.
Allegedly, I don't know what I know what they fed the goat, but they made the goat sick.
They made
Lord
the
have
goat.
mercy.
What they made? She should have Googled what do you feed a goat? You let the goat out in the backyard. He love to eat up the grass. Don't goats clear your area of all your good grass? I don't know. But I would Google what you feed them.
I'm telling you, they do too much. Now she done made the goat sick.
Or got
They
bitten
buy
down.
them the right kind of food, allegedly.
Right. You got
She
to
should have read all of that before she got the goat.
right.
So she'll know how to take care of the goat.
Oh my God. Hello, Impetitious. Thank you for coming into the Pink House. I tell you, you're right. These people are just crazy. You can't find a bunch of crazy people like this all and put them on one show. They are all just, and I mean, all of them are the exact same. They don't have a place to live. They're conning everybody out of their money. They want to live off other people. None of them own anything outright. They're pretending like they own stuff. All pretending like they got 70. Tisha herself said in her little bio thing, when you pull it up, she's worth $17 million. And then Marceau said he was worth 10. And then Martell said he was worth 20. Girl, you can't make this stuff up.
People ain't worth 2 pennies, if you ask me. In my opinion, they ain't worth 2 pennies. They ought to be called the Love and Marriage Huntsville Nuts. I love it.
Girl, you make a lot of money if you open up a practice there and say you're going to just treat the Love and Huntsville cast. You make a lot of money because they all are sick. And then you have to tell them, no, y'all can't come in one day a week for treatment. You need to come in at least every day or at least 3 days or 4 days out of the week.
They need to go every day, including Sunday. All day.
Right. Because one day without it,
all them got problems. All them sick in the head. All of them need to go see that man, Dr. Kid, Dr. Francis, or whatever they call him. They need to go see him. And they should have kept him on the show.
They need to, because he don't let them get away. You remember how Tiffany and were trying to and Big Lou was trying to Tiffany was trying to play that game with him, and he called her out right away.
She got man wanted to go home.
Right. And they
should have stayed.
Right.
If you ask me, she should have stayed.
Right. Because now she got a baby that Big Lou said, because Big Lou kept telling her he don't want no baby. But she wanted a baby. She wanted a baby. You got your baby now. Now you got the man working so many hours and double time and overtime and everything. And now she wanted him home. Now, which is it? Hey, camera girl. Thank you for being here. But which is it? Did you want your baby? He was, if you're not working now because you're at home with the baby, because you're doing your how long you get off for a baby? 6 weeks, 8 weeks now?
That man gonna come home with that baby 21.
Right. Or somebody, she's gonna have to go back to work. She's gonna have to go back to work because Big Lou, you're gonna work Big Lou. Big Lou gonna be 100 pounds smaller when she get through with him because he's gonna be doing nothing but work. and say, what's his sexy mom, sexy chocolate said, and all if they're living below the poverty line, the millionaires. They are. They're not
Yep.
millionaires.
To me, they don't even act like millionaires. They don't live like millionaires, allegedly, in my opinion. They
don't.
they don't act right.
They're the only person that's a millionaire on the show is Melanie.
Yep. Now, really, allegedly, what I think, in my opinion, see, Big Lou didn't want no baby. He wanted to travel and see the world because he had raised his son and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think he wanted no baby. And I think that the way this show is going, is so much turmoil and craziness. I don't think he actually wants to be associated with that show because it could be bothering his business. And that's why he's not on the show all the time. That's just my opinion. Allegedly, that's just what I think. Because this show is going down and he don't want to lose any business. You know, that's why I think he don't be on the show as much. That's really what I think about him.
I do think the same way because he tried not to be on the show, and it barely shows his business. Because if he wanted to show his business, he would do that to try to get like get people coming. But he realized being on the show brings a lot of negative attention. Big Lou ain't thinking about the show.
And then all those people allegedly are scammers and everything. He don't want to bring his business into that negativity. I don't blame him for that. I really don't. I can see that.
And Big Lou seems like he's a smart man, and he seems like he is all about doing good. He's not into the scamming people or perpetrate a fraud, because you never see anything about them saying they worth 20 million and this and that, and you haven't put. Have you ever noticed that? But all of the other ones be perpetrating that fraud like it's nobody's business.
Big Lou is a practical man. He's trying to take care of his family and do the right thing. And he don't want to be associated with all that garbage on the show. This is just my opinion, allegedly. And that's probably why he's not on the show as much.
Right.
And you can't blame him for that.
And
because when that show go off, he still got to run his business, and he don't need all that negativity toward his business.
Right. And I don't think he cared not one shoot about Martell and Marceau. I don't think he liked them at all. You can tell he's not into them. When he's around them, he's not really into them. And he don't care nothing about him. He just he just have to show up sometime and do a job, and that's about it.
Right.
But
he's not friends with them like that. I don't. In my opinion, I don't think he's friendly. I don't think he's friends with Martell and Marceau and Maurice like that. I really don't.
Because you can tell by when he's looking at them, he's judging their character, and it ain't lining up for him. It ain't, because he don't want his boys to see him, because he got teenager. Him and Tiffany both got a teenager, right? And they don't, because they got she got a son, and he got a son, and these are big boys. You know, they don't want their sons to look at them like these fools, you know, like these fools that you see on TV and everything. And they keep their sons out of the spotlight. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah.
They keep their sons
on there a few times, and then you haven't seen them no more.
That was at one time. You don't see them no more. And that, I think they was trying to cut the grass. It was something. I don't remember what it was. It was that one brief time. You don't see them no more. That's it.
And they're not going to sit there and be rocking and holding that baby. Them young men want to get out and go and be with they in high school, or probably on their way out of high school. They got friends and things they doing. They not finna sit at home and babysit that baby. She
No.
should have thought about all that before she wanted that baby.
She wanted that baby and she got it. Now, like Lou said, what do you want me to do? You know, he got to make the money to take care of the baby and her because she is not working now because she decided to have a baby and the baby, she's breastfeeding the baby. What do you expect? And she wants to be in bond with her child. So what do you expect them to do? Do like Martell, not bring no money in? No.
You
Because
can't
in my
have it both
opinion,
ways. And that's all Tiffany gonna learn. You can't have it both ways.
right. So let him go do what he needs to do. And I think he would be fine if she just stopped pressing on him and let him go work. And when he comes home, let him know that you appreciate what he's doing. I think that would go a long way.
Right. That might keep him home a little bit,
Right.
But
right. But she wants to worry about what they are saying, don't worry about them, what they're saying, because they're just trying to cause mess in your marriage. They're just trying to stir up drama and cause mess in your marriage like they always do. So if you were, that's her problem. She's worrying about what they are saying. Why worry about what the cheaters and they wish they can get Big Lou to go do what they do. So that way you can have turmoil too. That's what they want. Ooh.
Big Lou already know what they do. He don't want to be bothered with them. They don't have no jobs.
Mm-mm.
They don't have no jobs. Allegedly, in my opinion, I don't see them doing nothing. Right. They don't have no jobs. Right. Big Lou don't want to be around them because Big Lou don't want to get caught up in that mess and be in trouble too. Because that's Big what they're doing, looking to get him in trouble so they can have something over his head. Allegedly, in my opinion, that's what they want to do. I don't blame Big Lou. I wouldn't be bothered with them either.
Because all they want to do is use something. And you know what Martell want to do? He want to get something on you so that way you're always in his back pocket. That way he can control you. That's what Martell likes to do. Right. And Big Lou is too smart for that. Big Lou said he ain't where he's at today, but he's a hard worker. He's a hard worker and he's actually working. And then for Tisha to say she still don't know what Tiffany does for a living. That don't make no sense. You see the woman when she when they would show her at her job, sitting at the desk working, right? And if you don't know what she's doing because you never asked, you never took time to find out, but now you want to make it a big deal. But you ain't working. All these companies, fake companies you said that you own, you don't own them. You don't run them. You just said that. You know what I mean?
Right. But Tisha can't talk about. We don't know what she do either. We just know what she say she do. I don't see her doing nothing.
She ain't doing nothing. So she can't know. Mamie said if they would have came on that show being their self, it would have been a good show. Yeah, but they ain't gonna be themselves. And
no, they're not gonna be themselves.
She said Tiffany seems like the controlling spouse. She is very controlling. And Big Lou is the type of guy you need to let him sit back and do what he need to do as a family man. He wants to just go to work, make as much money as he can so he can take care of her and the newborn baby. I think he would be fine with that. He don't have a problem with that. But she is too worried about what these scammers and con artists are saying. And what they're doing is putting it out there just to start mess. About Big Lou ain't never at home. Of course he ain't at home. He's working. He's doing what y'all ain't doing. Working. So they trying, what do you think he's doing? Fooling around. No, he ain't fooling around. Big Lou is too busy to fool around. You know what I mean?
That's what people say when they don't have nothing to do.
Right.
And they worried about what somebody else is doing. That's all they have to say. Because they sitting at home, Martell don't have no job. How he gonna question what Big Lou doing?
Right. You can't question.
He need a job with all them 5 children.
Right.
If you ask
he
me,
needs a job.
He needs 2 jobs.
Well, he don't pay no child support. So I don't see why he can't get on his feet. He don't pay no child support, don't take care of not one child, don't buy no gift, never threw a birthday party in 3 years, in over 3 years. So he should have a lot of money.
He don't have a dime.
But that's okay. We're coming up on it's 1 hour and 54 minutes, and we're not going to be long. We just want to thank everybody, Debbie, for being here. I mean, it's been a great talk about trying to figure out this Martell. It would take a whole year to figure out even half of him or a piece of him. And I don't think anybody would get it right, because you know why? Because he keeps changing. He keeps morphing into something else. It's like every time, okay, now what else is going on with him? You know, this man is going to keep changing. But in my thing, the year is almost up. And remember, I want everybody to remember, he said he was going to be married at the end of the year. He's getting married at the end of the year. And I think his hopes was being on that he was going to take all this time to put all those woo-woos on Melanie, thinking he's going to get her back. But he's trying to get the old Melanie back. Melanie ain't the Melanie that left him. She ain't that Melanie that you had then. She is new. She is different. She's Miss Rogers now. Miss Rogers is like Roger that. She ain't taking no mess. And she ain't there to check for you. She ain't looking for you because you ain't got nothing. You just was a queen that she had some kids with. She don't need you to take care of those kids because she can do it all by herself. Woo, Lord. And she got a big family support. She got a big family. Right. And all of those family members do anything for her. They're not.
They got land and everything. Allegedly, in my opinion, you cannot figure out crazy. And that's what Martell is.
Right.
He wasted time. Somebody gonna get married. How you get married? You don't have nothing to offer the wife.
Right. How you gonna get mad over some mess like that? You're right. You don't have nothing to offer, but you want a back.
And he didn't do nothing to progress or prove himself. What make him even think a woman, and especially a woman like Melody, would look at him twice? Melody's not looking at him like that. She's glad to be away from him. You see how beautiful and free she feels?
Oh, yes. Melanie is one beautiful woman, and she ain't gonna let her beauty be waste on a man looking like that. Look at her. You don't see that? Look at her. I mean, she is spotless beautiful.
Yes, flawless. That girl is moving and living her life. What make him think she want him? She don't want him. That's why she left him. She told him.
Look at her, Debbie. She look like a boss in charge. Ooh, and she thinks that's going below her standards. She when she was young, she pulled him up, and then he turned on. So she had to let that
shine her shoes. He can't even shine her stilettos. Get her out of here about that. Melanie don't want him.
Melanie said, "Hell to the no."
She gave him to what her name? Cold Slop, the rat.
Right. This is what she gave him. That piece of mess. Look at him. Look at him. He looked like a wannabe pimp. Wannabe. And oh Lord of mine. So that's what she got and everything. And look, he can get somebody to help him move. This is what we're gonna be waiting on. See these moving boxes?
Uh-huh.
The guy that he got out there building on the house, he only had one person at a time building on it, right? He's gonna get that guy to come help him move. This is free moving.
He got to pay the man. That's why that's why they quit building on that house. He had no money to pay them people.
They had no money. And then he already got that free moving truck. That's why that house going to be like charades. Going to take how many years?
About 14, 15. Same way bedrock gonna take 20, 30 years.
They ain't gonna ever move in on that bedrock. Teacher them gonna be moving. How much we need to take a poll. Do y'all think next episode, not this episode, we got to let this one run out. Next episode, I bet you they'd be in another rental somewhere. But every time they move into a rental, it's always smaller than the one that they in. So I bet you they're gonna be in another rental before long. Hi, Renita Elliott. Thank you for showing up in the pink house. She's saying hi to you too, Debbie.
Hi, Renata. Hi.
Yes. He said he's looking for someone to nurture him. They're looking for somebody to protect him and make sure they make enough money to take care of his butt. Martell is broke and needy, and he's worse than, you know how some women are just needy. He's worse than that. He's a really needed person. Needy. Girl, I couldn't handle him for one night going out. Oh Lord,
I couldn't be bothered with him 5 minutes. I'm telling you about me. I couldn't be bothered with him.
As soon as he started talking, he got to go.
As soon as he opened his mouth, it's gonna be a fight. I couldn't get along with him 10 seconds.
Yes,
like I said, Melody must be a saint, because I don't see how she put up with him for all those years. I couldn't be bothered with him. I'm just gonna be honest. I couldn't be bothered with him.
Thank you. Okay. That was my husband just bringing me something. Yeah, he just brought me something to snack on. Want to make sure I was okay. He brought me a snack though. I think y'all saw the back of him leaving out of here, did you?
Huh?
Y'all didn't see the back of him when he was leaving? He's
all happened too fast.
Okay. He brought me something. He tapped on the door and everything. But I had to close the door because the dogs, when he comes, the dogs with him anyway. That's why I had to get up and close the door, because I saw them coming. I could see them coming from my window. It's like, close the door. Yeah. Yeah, close the door. Because y'all don't want them to take over. They will take over. The Bella, the Husky, and Coda, oh yeah, they'll take over. Okay. But we're at 2 hours and 2 minutes, and we're getting ready to go. But I do want to you know what? I do want to say to all the content creators in the house, I keep saying that I want you all to let me know you're content creators by putting, I know everybody had to know what's her name, Trendy is, and I want everybody to reach over to her and give her lots of love over there, you know, and help her out and everything. Chris is responsible for letting Martell squat on the lease property. He is responsible for that. But now Martell don't know when to stop. You know, when you got somebody begging all the time, you got a family member that's always begging. You just keep lending them money, and they never pay you back. And then when they really need it again, they get mad at you because you didn't give them some money. It's like, do I supposed to keep taking care of you? No, you're grown. Man. And Chris is looking like that. He can't be taking care of this grown man because this man don't know when to stop. Given his background in real estate and familiarity with Alabama squatters' rights, Chris ought to be aware of his obligations. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
You
I
can't
bet Chris will never do it again. You know, he probably tried to do Martell a favor because they was friends for so long. Right. But he see how that backfired on him. Mm-hmm. And how Martell is using him and don't even care. He'll probably never do this again. And that's just my opinion. Allegedly, you know, Chris learned a lesson from this too. You can't mix business and friendship in the same boat. He probably learned that by now, and he probably don't never want to deal with Martell no more.
Mm. He probably, you know what? Sometimes when a person like that, once you get out of that with them, that toxic relationship, and them using you like that, when they come ringing at your door, knocking at your door, and you see them out there, and you know you didn't invite them over and they just popping up. Sometimes you pretend like you ain't at home. Like, you don't even answer the door. Tell you what, oh, be quiet. Don't go near the door. Don't go by the window. She's gonna see you. You know, sometimes you have to pretend like you're not at home. Then when they call, we wasn't home. Oh no, I was probably asleep, man. I'm sorry. You know, because sometimes because they are coming over because they need something or want something, not just to say hi or enjoy your company. They're coming because they want something. And sometimes
when you see them coming, put that gone fishing sign out. Gone fishing.
Oh, fishing. Oh yeah, gone fishing. Yeah. And you say, oh man, I was getting so many fish. I was out there for a long time. I was having fun. It was too relaxing.
There's no reception out there where I was fishing at. Gone fishing.
You're right. Right.
You know, and like I say, every time, but to me, allegedly, Martell, in my opinion, every time you see him, he needs something.
That is true. That is true.
He always need a favor. He always need this. He always want to use somebody. He can be my friend because I wouldn't be bothered with him. I'm not doing none of that. I'll just tell him, I'm not doing nothing.
Nothing. Because then those the type of narcissists get pissed at you the minute you turn them down because they just don't understand. What? You're turning me down? You're not going to do this for me? You're not going to let me have that? No.
He'll be hopping mad with me because every time I see him, before he can open his mouth, it'll be a no.
No.
You ain't even heard it. No.
I just know your behavior. Everybody that I know of, they haven't had a good experience with you, and I'm not gonna mix friendship with that. No, we ain't doing that. Not that you're my friend, but we ain't gonna do that.
And I tell him, I'm not that kind of friend. Call your friends Marceau, Tisha, Maurice,
Kimmy, call Kimmy.
Call them all, but don't call me.
Right.
Because I'm gone fishing now. I'll tell you, I'm gone fishing. No.
And have you noticed that with Chris, he fusses at Nell all the time, and Chris says nothing? Have you noticed that? He gets in with a shouting match with Nell all the time.
And I don't see why Chris didn't bring that up when they were sitting down talking.
Right.
I understand that was business, but I would have stopped him. And I'm going to tell you something else, Martell. Don't never go over there to my house screaming at my wife.
Right. Because he loved to do that. Because he know Chris ain't going to say nothing. That's my thing. But Chris needs to hurry up and check him quick. And you can tell Chris is not the type of man that want to fight, want to be fighting. But he needs to check him. Check him quick.
Yeah, he does.
Because Martell is getting out of control with it. Because every time you look up now, he's crossing the point. First, he keeps going at it, talking because he wants her to turn her back on Melody.
Right. But he done yelled at all of them women.
Right. He have yelled
down
at
the line. He done yelled and hollered at all them women. Well, if I was on that show, he wouldn't even make it to me because when he get over there to holler, I shut him down.
Shut him down. And don't let the person let me have anything drinking going right up in his face.
See, as soon as he started yelling, I started rolling that rolling pin on top of his head.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't even have to go to my husband. Your wife, my husband probably tell him, you went over there yelling. She don't like no yelling. She hit you with that rolling pin. Probably fall out laughing at him. Stay away from my house. Don't go over there messing with my wife. You want to talk to me about something, you wait till I come home. Don't come over there meddling with her because what you got right there, you'll get again. And probably fall out laughing at him if I had a husband. That's what they're telling. Y'all never been at my house anyway. Yeah, no business around my house. She gave you what you had coming. You think
Right.
I'm mad at her for that? I'm mad at
Mhm.
you. And I'm going to punch you in your nose. Say one more thing.
I hear
See,
that.
that's the kind of men they need on that show.
Right.
Martell them wouldn't be getting away with all that stuff.
Ooh.
They let him just get away with murder because get away with whatever he want to do because he's unhinged in the brain.
Right.
Martell
And they
needs to go
know
get
that.
him some help. Before somebody hurt him, he need to go
Right.
get some help.
And see, I think they know that already. Martell ain't his screws ain't tightened up. Hi, Taffy. Thank you for coming into the Pink House. And I think they know his screws are not tight, and they're afraid to push him and everything. But I was totally disappointed with Big Lou. I was disappointed with what's his name, Courtney, because Courtney did not check him like he should. Courtney checked him, but Courtney should have really checked him really good because Marceau and Martell, they love going after women. They ain't gonna be pushing up on no man. And Marceau try to use these words, but Martell ain't got enough words to use. So he want to use his flex. He want to be flexing and try to use his narcissistic, try to turn everything around on you. But Courtney should have just let in on Marceau because they need.
That's what I think too.
Right, because I don't like the fact how they go at women. They love to go at women on this show. Like women ain't fit for nothing. That we can talk to a woman any kind of way and treat her any kind of way. And
that's what they think.
Bring them down a little bit.
Yes, that's what they think. I agree. And I think that those men should be put in their place by the other men. Now, there's no way Martell should have went over there yelling at Chris Fletcher's wife at her own house.
Right.
Now, that's way too much right there. That's way too much right there.
And if Chris was at home, Chris should have been out there on him, like pulled them nice shoes off and been out there on him. And if he wasn't at home, and when he heard about it, he should be pulling up on him. And pull up, not dressed like you're going to meet him for business. Dress like if you need to, you can scrap with him. You may have to lay hands on him. So make sure you got
they don't let Martell get away with too much. You know, in the real world, he wouldn't be able to do that to women because no man gonna stand up and let you talk like that to their wife, hollering and screaming at her. Oh, you lost your mind. Men will straighten you out about things like that. Right. Especially when it comes to their wife, their queen. You is not gonna yell at my queen.
Right. He yells at it on the Houston trip too, the same way. And Chris is on that same trip. It's like, man, are you really? It's like, it's not like Martell is a big tall guy like Big Lou or somebody. Who do they think he is? Martell just, although he is narcissist, he knows who not to fool with. You see, he don't fool with Courtney though. That's one thing, Martell. Have you ever noticed that Martell don't fool with Courtney?
Oh, he tried to be Courtney's friend.
Right.
Until he can get something on Courtney. That's why he trying to be his friend.
Right.
Martell gonna be his friend till he can get something on him so he can hold it over his head and use him to.
Use him for money. That's what he's gonna use him for favors and money. That's what Martell love to do. He wants to be your friend so he can get stuff over, find out stuff about him, get you talking and stuff and find out things about you. And then he's going to use it.
Right. Yeah. Take you to one of them old dusty clubs he go to, set you up with one of them old bum women he know, and get you in a compromising position so he'll have something to hold over your head. I don't trust Martell as far as I could throw him.
No, everybody know Martell. Martell is, he's always plotting in his head, and he's always trying to gain control. That's why when Chris walked in, he was trying to gain his control right before Chris can cross the foot over into the door. he was trying to gain control and throw Chris off his game before he even sit down by going at him over all this, like Chris said, all this little nonsense, all this little mess, all this little stuff you fussing about don't make any sense. It didn't make no sense, but he's trying to throw you off. That's what he was trying to do. But,
and in my opinion, allegedly, I believe Martell got something on Chris Fletcher. That's why they let him get away with so much.
yeah,
But if I was Chris Fletcher, he wouldn't have nothing to hold over my head, because I'll go to my wife and tell her whatever it is. So can't nobody come and tell her nothing about me.
Right. And I think it's something when Chris was fooling around. And I believe is with who he was fooling around with. Yeah.
He might well tell if his wife know he was fooling around, tell her everything. So don't nobody be able to blindside her. If you gonna come correct and be honest, tell everything.
Everything. So that way, somebody like Martell, and he saw Martell in action at his house when him and Melanie was talking on the back of that porch when he was acting a fool. So he know what he's dealing with. You know, but I'm not gonna keep this going on. We're at 2 hours and 15 minutes. I want to thank everybody that showed up for us today, and Debbie especially. She is awesome with her insight with all of this and everything. And I appreciate her more than she knows.
Thank you for having me, Pinkie. I appreciate
welcome.
Inviting me. Thank you.
And we got to make sure, and everybody that's got a channel and everything, y'all make sure you put a CC in there for me so I can recognize. So every time I can give you a shout out or whatever, let everybody know, because that's how you spread the love around. Because it's enough for everybody to spread around. And Debbie, and I know she feels the same way as I do. We need to spread this love around for everyone. Let me see. Everybody saying have a amazing Tuesday, everyone. We sure will. Debbie, do you have any lasting thoughts for anybody or comments or anything?
Everybody have a great day. Take care and God bless. And thank you so much for having me, Pinkie. I had a wonderful time. Every time I come to the Pink House, I have a real good time. So girl, thank you for inviting me.
Thank you. We just be letting it flow. We just let it flow. You just, there's no restraints. We just let you be yourself and flow here. Yes, we do. But we're going to be going, everybody, and it's still time for everybody to depends on what time zone you're in and everything. And thank you, Debbie. She clicked off before I got a chance, Debbie. And if you did, then I think you got my email today. But thank you, everyone. And I love my hearts like always. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. And I want to say thank you to Trending and Petitious, May, Taffy, and everything. Before I go, let me just do this with all my new members. Let me just let you all see all my new members. I do have it. Let me let it run across. We got Renee Elliott. We got Who Said That, Ann Hepper, Jeanette Boyd, Linda Gamble, and Anita Jordan, Joyce Myers, Mary Kelly, Sizzling Bunny, David Adventures, and Nate Hicks, Nate H, Katrina Schiff. I think we had one more. No, N for Life 69 as well, because she's at the very beginning. I missed it. But thank you all for all my new members and everything. And I hope you all enjoyed your day with me. And you all make sure you have a rest of your good day. And I'll try to get on some of these chats and see what's going on too. All right. Thank you guys. And you all have a lovely day. And thank you for being with me. I enjoyed myself. And I'm going to go ahead and eat my snack that my husband just brought in for me. Bye-bye. Love you guys. Love you so much. Okay. All right. Bye-bye.